Okay, round 2.
Here we go. Go.
So we started the episode today, and Skylar literally walks in. Well, first he goes to the bathroom. I'm like, honey, do you want to wait till he gets in? She goes, no, just start it. Let's just start it. It's like, okay, fine. We start it. Literally, he walks in 2 seconds later, and is like, I want to sit here in the way of the camera. I want to cause havoc because this is what I do. And I was like, we're just going to stop this. Because this is just not gonna work. But yeah, baby, how you doing?
I'm doing good, boo boo. I'm doing good.
You have a lovely setup for your hair right now.
You like this?
She has it all wrapped up.
If you're just listening, I'll give you the visual. I have a turby twist situation on my hair because I just deep conditioned it. And
re-dyed it a little bit.
Yes, I redid my hot pink and I deep conditioned it, and so I'm doing the video with the turban. I'm channeling Nick Cannon here.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, right?
Well, let's start the show.
Is he still doing that
I
thing?
don't know. Maybe we shouldn't. He had an interesting thing
I
on.
know, right?
I'm starting.
Okay. Hello, friends.
Welcome to The Couple Shift.
I'm Maria Leandra.
And I'm Jules.
And we are a husband and wife team on a mission to shift the way we live our lives and co-create what really matters.
We don't always agree, but together, we're figuring it out.
Thank you for joining us. We're so glad you're here. Was I just totally politically incorrect?
No, you weren't.
Okay.
I mean, he rocked it. That's what he wanted to do. That's cool.
Yeah,
Good for him. Cool
I thought
beans,
it was
but
cool.
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah, we'll just leave it there. Moving right along.
It's Saturday, 10/10/20.
10/10/20. By the way, shout out to my girl Linda. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Linda.
10/10/20. It's a good date.
Yeah, and this is the 17th, I think.
18th. You were right. Yesterday you said 17th and I said 16.
Okay.
Today is 18th.
So 18 of the 30 for 30 of podcasts.
30x30.
30x30. 30 times 30.
#30.
Yeah, yesterday I went to go play golf. Or at least tried to. And at least for now, I think that's probably going to be the last time I play with at least those clubs. I don't want to say it's my last time playing, but I couldn't use it. Danny did do some videos for me. So my buddy Danny and I went to go play 9 holes. And it was difficult. So it was bittersweet. I got to be out there. I got to be out there with one of my good friends. But at the same time, it sucks to do it's one of those, I get to do something that I like, that I enjoy, but now I physically can't do it. I think yesterday I told you that what I felt was my brain is now trapped in a alien body. And it's like, why doesn't this stuff, like, I never was a pro golfer, but I can hit it pretty good. I had a nice swing. Just like when I used to play baseball, I could throw pretty hard. And football, I always played quarterback and stuff like that with my buddies and things like that. And I can throw it pretty good. And I had a pretty good arm. And all that stuff, now I just feel like I can't do those things, And that's why I feel my brain is almost like, it's like, I'm in a foreign body. This is not my body. This isn't my body. So it was bittersweet. I enjoyed it. We had some lunch. And we talked, and it was good to see him, and it was good to get out there. But at the same time, it was also sad. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a good morning so far. Interesting morning, actually. I'm still like dealing with the soreness, because one of the things is like I don't know if I overdid it, but I definitely did more than what I usually do. And so my arms are just like are really tired. More so than usual.
Yeah.
But I got a really nice message today. I showed it to you from one of my former students, because one of my students yesterday had one of my former students that I used to coach in robotics for the 4 years that I was at Belém. had messaged me because they have my phone number on WhatsApp, and we had a little chat group when we went to nationals a couple years back, and just so they were in contact with me if they had some issues or whatever the case.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he had messaged me, and I had kind of been ignoring that stuff. I mean, the group chat doesn't talk. He just sent me a separate message because he always does. Eddie's
Mm-hmm.
Eddie's an interesting kid. He's he has no filter. So it's like, hey, what's going on? Like, he just wants to know. So it was a nice guy, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna tell him. I've told everybody else, so I was like, this is stupid not to say it. And I'm like, look, this is what's going on. And he was just like in shock and very supportive. And then one of the other students that I was close with and sent me a really, really nice message that that I really appreciated. I really did.
Yeah.
And it was good to hear because,
Yeah.
those guys were the highlight of my time at teaching at that school.
Mm-hmm.
They really were. So I appreciate that. So that made my midday lunch,
Mm-hmm.
which we made an amazing lunch.
Oh, we sure did.
Right? That was delicious. So all good.
Yeah, baby.
All good.
Yeah,
We'll have
that
a
was really,
nice
really
afternoon
beautiful.
now, and you're getting your hair dry in your turban, and
Yeah.
it's gonna look ravishing as usual.
Oh, well, thank you.
So
Yeah. So,
tell me, babe.
I
Tell me.
have an idea for today.
Okay, let's do it. I want to hear it. I'm excited.
And it's because, we're living a level of intensity that I don't know very many people know what this
Every
is.
day is intense.
Yeah. But there's things that we do, there's things that you do to like ease the intensity. There's things that I do, and there's things we do together. So I thought it would be fun to share 3 things that you do, 3 that I do, and 3 that we do together, or as a couple or as a family, to dial down the intensity of what we're experiencing.
I can tell you one thing, and we did it last night, and
Yeah.
it was hilarious. And I haven't watched the video because I had to do a sneak cam, and it was.
Oh, this is what we do together.
Yeah.
Yes.
So our son has the weirdest obsession with certain songs. And right now, one of his favorite songs is Europe, The Final Countdown. But this boy does not say it's a final countdown. He screams. What are you doing? Oh,
Just show him.
okay.
A little
He's-
behind the scenes.
Look at the little behind the scenes. There he is on his freaking iPad.
In his office.
This is the only time where it's quiet. It's like the calm before the storm. And he freaking screams the refrain.
Yeah.
So he's like, "That's the final." But then instead of saying countdown, he says downtown.
Yeah.
I
We
don't-
talked about this the other day.
Yeah, right. So I don't understand why he does it, but he does it. And so he screams it super loud, but whatever. He's having a great time. So he was dancing last night. He did it again, and I grabbed my phone and I was trying to sneak it because if he sees me recording, it's just one of those like, oh no.
Yeah,
no,
it
I don't
change.
wanna
Either
do
he
it.
stops or it changes.
stops or it
He's
changes.
like performing. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, he gets camera shy, I guess, or whatever. And so I was able to get some of it, even though it was really dark, but it doesn't matter. It's the audio that's hilarious. Because we weren't even in the living room and the song was blaring.
Mm-hmm.
And we just hear it from our bedroom walking over there. I'm like, hold on, I got to record this before he sees us. And he's just.
Oh, and at first he started on
belting.
the bike. He was on his
Oh, yeah.
little bike.
So he's on his bike that I have set up so he can kind of use it like a stationary bike. And so he's on it, he's pedaling, and he's screaming the
singing.
song while he's on the bike. So
Final downtown.
it was hilarious. Hilarious. He had a great time. And then the other song, which was a random song that accidentally came up because he wanted to hear, because he liked the movie Sonic.
Well, that came up the other day. He asked
yeah, but then
for Sonic,
right,
and that
but a
song came up.
long time ago. He would always say Sonic because he thought it was.
Oh,
at
yeah,
first
no,
it was,
yeah.
The Boom song
He
from
wanted
Ex
that one, yeah.
Ambassadors, or one of the, or Queen,
Mhm.
Don't Stop Me Now, which are also on that soundtrack for that movie. And so he would just say to the, well, the Alexa device, he would say, play Sonic. Obviously, that's not the song. So Alexa looks for a song, and she finds this EDM song called Sonic. And I'm like, I feel like I'm in Las Vegas, EDM 2020 or something, with girls wearing freaking little tutus and all weird
and plastic daisies all over their hair.
over the hair, and guys with glow sticks and makeup and just craziness. And it's this crazy EDM song, and he loves it. And he's just going at it. So last night, you got that crazy LED ghost.
Yeah, it's like a
fiber
little
optic thingamajig, toy, whatever, that when they went to go shop for some Halloween stuff, and turned off all the lights, and just she's like using it as like glow stick and going all crazy, and he's going all crazy with it, and he's just jumping around, just having a great time. So that's one of the things that we really kind of like change things up. It's like not change things up, but like make the mood better. And that's, we do that a lot. We'll dance all together.
So
and stuff like
dancing as a family for sure. And
we've
got a little dancer here. Like he loves to move his body. He's like he feels it. His little hips are like, he's got that Latino dancing thing like down, and he likes different kinds of music too, which is awesome.
I mean, from Europe to an EDM song.
And if we play anything, if we play like J Balvin or what was it? There was another one that he was obsessed with. Well, he has these phases, right? Yeah. Like any kid, but he's an awesome dancer.
He loves Queen. He loves Europe. He loves
he loves his rock
80s
music.
rock, like Hair Nation, man. He even told us, I have a video of him saying that he doesn't, I got to put some of these things up.
Yeah.
He I never go on Instagram. I got to do it. I got to get back into it. Anyways, he says these things. He's like, "Mommy, I don't want to cut my hair. I want my hair long." So the video was just him. He was just like rocking it out, like this head banging.
But my favorite was when he would close his eyes, like all like like he gets, feeling
like
it.
He's just feeling the music running through his veins. It's hilarious.
So good. So that's definitely stuff we do together, dancing for sure.
All right, you give me one.
Okay, one for me, reading. Reading is my sanctuary. It could be a print book, it could be a Kindle book, it could be listening to an audiobook. Anything that is reading for me is a absolute like meditation zen space. And I'm usually reading between 5 or 6 books at the same time.
Jesus.
All simultaneously. And
I don't think I've read 5 or 6 books in my life.
I am legit every like at any given moment I could tell you 5 or 6 things that I'm currently reading, and usually a couple of them are audiobooks, and maybe of course I have tons of books in print, and on the Kindle I get a lot of them from the library has this awesome app called Libby, which lots of libraries have access to, and it's a great resource. Libby, Libby, if you're a reader like me. But yes, reading for sure. Happy place, absolute happy place. What about you, babe?
My happy place. Sometimes watching certain YouTube videos. So there's a couple channels that I like to watch. There's a really random stuff, like just like tech videos or car videos. Used to be a big fan of Top Gear, the show, but been watching on YouTube like Donut Media, which is a YouTube channel that is just all about cars. I really enjoy watching the stuff that they do. So it kind of like takes me away from that, especially when they're like, there's one show that they have on there called Money Pit. That is just like the guy has a Miata and he's been modifying it and making it more track ready and just more to what he likes. And it's stuff that I guess it's stuff that I wish I could do. And I don't know if that's a good thing to watch that stuff, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I enjoy cars. I enjoy tech. I enjoy watching stuff about history and like natural history, evolution, things like that. Those are the kind of things that kind of take me away from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Your turn.
As a family. Number 2 is a family.
I said one thing as a family. You can do the other one.
I can do the other one?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the zoo.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The zoo is always great.
Releases that, like,
And our zoo
pressure.
is a really good zoo. It was named like one of the
Zoo
top 10
Miami.
zoos of the
Shout
U.S.
out to Zoo Miami.
Ron McGill, you're
Ron
amazing.
McGill, you got
I got
it.
to meet him. Skylar got to meet him, even though he didn't know he was, but he was huge. What? You heard me call his name.
Oh, taco.
He's watching a video of little kids eating lemons, and I guess they're all like freaking out because of how sour. That's sour, papo.
No le gusta
No te gusta
sour.
sour. No te gusta sour. Yeah, so he loves the zoo. I love the zoo. I love that. Like I
do
said, I
too.
mean, I love nature. So and that zoo's great. The only thing about it is that everything is separated. So it's a lot of walking, but I guess it's a good exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And it's calming and it's outside.
Mm-hmm.
So in Miami,
Yes.
basically, we're talking about close to the Everglades in a sense. So it's swampy. Not swampy, but it's humid
Mm-hmm.
and 90 degrees. It's really, really hot. Like the zoo coming up now, we're coming into a season where the zoo is like the best because either in the mornings, or in the afternoons, it's going to be, hopefully we'll maybe get some little cold fronts in there and we get 60, 70 degrees. It's nice and cool breeze, low humidity. It's a great place to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good stuff. All right. I'll go. I have a certain collection of apps on my phone that I find quite relaxing. They really do feel like a little,
They're games.
yes, the simplest games.
Yeah.
And they help my mind just like
Disconnect.
So for me, those little moments, even if it's just for a tiny little moment, because my mind is by default running like always like going, and now it's like has extra layers and layers and layers of so much swirling through it. When I just disengage, and for me, what I love to do is I'll watch also some YouTube videos, whether it's astrology or variety of things as well, and I'll play at the same time. So I'll be listening to the little YouTube video like on the top corner of my screen, and then just playing my like Frozen game or my Toy Story game. They're basically all these little match,
They're basically like a Candy Crush.
Basically, yes. Candy Crush as well.
But Disney
one of them.
inspired.
Yeah.
Disney sponsored.
And I'll just go through like, you have like 5 lives for each. So I'll basically like go through like 5 lives, 5 lives, 5 lives. And then when I'm done, it's like, okay. I'm complete here. It feels like my brain just gets like a power down.
It's like when I'm done at 1:30 in the morning, and then
not
always.
No, but I will absolutely like guilty pleasure, and I'm not ashamed of it. I used to be like, and I'm like, you know what? No, because there are enough things. Like I feel really good about all the things I do like take action on in my life, and having that bit of escape, I think is perfectly, perfectly necessary.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right, your turn, Boo.
So this one's tough because I feel like one, I need to be in the right mindset to do, and literally feel warmed up, and that's playing Xbox. And recently, I haven't been playing as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've noticed that.
Because I just haven't had, I don't know, the drive hasn't been there. Or
well, you also mentioned that the last game you were playing, you're kind of like,
I'm like whatever
over
about
a little
it.
Bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of whatever about it. Wasn't really inspired about it, and the one that I was playing a lot before hasn't been that great recently. But and also the fact that it's just difficult. It is difficult. It's one of the things that I enjoy, but becomes very difficult because, well, you got to use your thumbs. So all your hands, and actually my physical therapist is like, keep doing it, because it kind of is good for my hands. It's good exercise in the sense of just moving them around and keeping them activated. But it's difficult. It has become more difficult to do. And sometimes I'm not willing to go there and be like, sit down, and because I literally have to warm up to do it. And sometimes I don't feel like I don't want to warm up to go do this right now. And then plus I also play very late. So, I've been going to sleep a little bit earlier recently. I think, right? Yeah, it's about a little bit. I mean, we've both been going
about
around the same time. And
It's about
going
the
to bed.
same. It depends.
But
Like,
we're
yeah,
going to bed at
the
the same
past
time.
couple days, like, yeah, you've been going to bed a little bit earlier, but I don't know that you've established a different pattern just yet. I think
No.
it's about the same as before.
I guess not. But I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not playing as much.
Yeah.
And then I think there's 2 more actually that we do as a family,
Oh, okay, cool.
but they're not as high as those 2.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like I think 1 and 2 is the zoo and the dancing in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are like toss up between 3 and 4
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes there's a little bit of difficulty with them. So it's going out to dinner, going out to eat somewhere like
Mhm.
together, like the Habit or whatever. But sometimes that can be
Well, we go to very chill places. We're
we go
chill
to
kind of
chill.
family.
We're chill. But it can be sometimes difficult if he's being,
Yeah.
if he's being himself at times, or whatever. The other thing is watching a movie together.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm like it's a kind of a toss up because recently it's been hard to see a movie that he will sit down through. There's been what was the last thing we saw together that he actually sat down and watched it,
Aquaman.
right? And people are like, "What are you showing Aquaman for?" It is not that bad. Well,
It's not that
there's
bad.
a couple sequences where we're like, "All right, shun your eyes, maybe." But it's such a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful movie, and he gets this, he loves seeing all the animals. And that's his thing. He loves oceanic animals too. So it's like
and that movie, the graphics are just
the world that they created underwater is just amazing.
Stunning.
And so he was just like, oh my gosh, what is all this stuff?
Yeah, he asked me for it the other day.
I know. I think I saw you watching it a little bit because it was like halfway through the movie. So I think those are the things that we do to disconnect for a moment.
And
to
the going
unplug.
out to dinner also made me think about sometimes we'll just have like an afternoon where we're like, let's just go to Target. And obviously now the world has changed and we all know blah, blah, blah,
Makes it more
insert
difficult.
COVID here. But still, obviously now that things are a little less...
Did you just say insert COVID?
Insert COVID here. Yeah, because I feel like we have to like pre-qualify everything with where there's social distancing, wear a mask, like play safe. But there are definitely moments when it's like, let's just go to Target, just walk around, get a couple things, there's always something for like the kitchen, some food item, and then get something from
whatever.
It's just just to kind of, we do very well when we have a change of scenery, and we also do very well when we're hanging out at home. But what we need like stuff.
Yeah.
Like we need something to focus on.
Oh, babe. So we have kind of big news that we kind of talked about in the past.
Oh boy, are you gonna spill it
on Tuesday? No, not the other thing. We have another thing too.
Oh,
we got a couple things.
We do.
But on Tuesday, we have something coming, and on Wednesday, you guys will see it.
Oh my god.
So I'm finally.
Oh my god, I got the chills.
All right, take it easy. So we had talked about that we wanted to get tattoos and stuff like that, and it was just this past week we had talked to a couple places, try to figure some stuff out, get quotes, whatever. And finally was like, we decided, you told me, let's just go over there. Let's go talk to these people. Boom, 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 boom. Got a good quote. I saw the artist. I saw what the artist has done. I like it. And we're going to have it scheduled next Tuesday, which is 3 days from now. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's
and Jules is going first. This is all. This is
obviously
this
because
is him.
I feel like it's just me. Jules is going.
Well, no, but you were saying because
right,
this is a joint experience.
It was a joint
but
experience,
originally we were gonna get like tattoos that somehow linked, which we're still gonna make that.
I mean, they can kind of link, sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They're just not gonna be like they're on their own.
But I think the way it evolved is the right thing because this is your experience of what you really want to get, and that was important for me. For whatever reason, it still hadn't clicked for me, and it's got to click so that it's like all systems go. And so I think it worked out really well that.
You know what's crazy? I mean, I don't know. I don't have it yet, obviously, but I've never been so sure of what I wanted. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I know it's gonna come out great.
Yeah.
It's a little scary, but it's good. It's
Oh, you're gonna love it.
so-
After
so-
that, you're gonna want more.
Oh no, I already do. I already have another one I have in mind. My totem animal. The totem animal that Dr. Tom, or as he likes to be called, just Tom. Yeah, my totem that we were talking about in my last session with him. We were talking about my totem animal, and the totem animal was the anhinga. For those who don't know what the anhinga is, it's a bird that's similar to like a cormorant, which maybe somebody doesn't know what that is either.
I was gonna say.
But
Insert picture of
insert-
Anhinga here.
yeah, I'll look for one right now. And
You're
I'll-
gonna, oh yeah, you're
yeah,
gonna do it on your
and,
computer.
and then I'll put it up in a second.
Yeah.
So it's Jesus. What it is a. Why am I blanking out? Anyways, it's a bird. It's a plane. Where am I looking for? Here we go. That lives in the Everglades, in the Florida Everglades, and it's.
I got a good one.
You got a good one there?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna look it up.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. Just look up what you're gonna do. But there's a good one there that you'll probably like too.
And the
With his wings.
oops,
out,
I didn't mean
spread
to do
out.
that, guys.
Oh boy.
That was weird.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Disregard that. It's a bird that obviously can fly, but also dives. It dives for its food. It lives in
You
the
know,
Everglades.
while you do that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna share. When I asked you after you had that session, and I asked you, and I said, "Okay, so tell me what's the meaning of it," which you had shared with Tom as well. I love what you said. You said this is an animal that has conquered all realms.
Yes.
And the way you said that was so effing poetic. I mean, throw a word like realms at me, and I'm like, oh, a bird, an animal that's the one I was looking at. An animal that has conquered all realms. You had to click on it, boo. Because
Huh?
you can't click. Why did it cut the thing like that?
I don't know. I'll figure it
And then I loved what Tom said to you. Can I share what he said
out.
about the realms thing?
Yeah.
Okay. He said, while you are experiencing your physical realm debilitating, you are now having the opportunity to tap into other realms. And so I just thought that was just
Right.
so good.
No, it was there
he is.
yeah, I'll do this one.
So good.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep talking. As I work on this.
So, yeah, and we had a feeling this was going to be the one. And I love the process that he took you through to tap into it. And I'm a sucker for all that stuff. I really believe in the symbols, and I really believe in that all of these things are like spiritual tools for us to tap into other layers of understanding of ourselves. So some people might be like, a totem animal, like what the heck? And some people are like, oh my God, yes, I want to find out what my totem animal is. Wherever you fall on that spectrum, just know that just like all of the other, modalities of things that bring in symbols and archetypes, it's just a really beautiful additional layer of who you are and how you get to play in the world. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, baby, it's ready.
I know. Sorry. I'm
Just
terrible.
Stop tinkering. It's good. It's good.
I'm terrible. So that's what it looks like. That's what the guy looks like. It's gorgeous. And the reason why it dries it, well, for those who are seeing it on YouTube, the reason why it has its feathers like that opened up and drying them off. Most birds have oils on their feathers, so like ducks and things like that, so they can, travel in the water, get out of the water and fly and have no problems. They like to dive. Oil will float, so it makes it much easier for them to dive down and like stab fish and so.
What does it mean to you that the anhinga can dive like that?
But what you said is that it's mastered so many realms. It's it can fly. Flies pretty good. It's pretty good at swimming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can stab fish.
They dive really deep too.
They can, yeah.
Like at least like 20 feet, right?
I mean,
but
they don't need to because they're mostly in fresh water and swamps and stuff like that. But cormorants can dive pretty deep and they can go out in the ocean. Similar idea, right? And so.
And it's pretty incredible. Just, go find videos of cormorants or anhingas diving in the water, and it's really
crazy.
Cool.
It's like, man, those guys have it all. They
and
fly, they swim,
and
they walk like us. They can do it all. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, we totally got off track.
And
there.
also, when you're looking at them, like drying their wings out like that with that full wingspan.
Yeah.
And they're just like staring off to the side. They just look like... I got it all figured out.
Yeah.
And I don't got it figured out. And that's okay, It like they seem like a very confident.
They're definitely not thinking about
They're just
what's
in the
happening
moment.
They're in the moment. And that's what I think of.
Very like grounded.
Yeah.
They're not skittish, They're not like a bird that's like they're just very grounded. There's a
lot of confidence.
Something very majestic about. Yeah, it is. They do remind me of you, babe.
So, yeah.
It's a warrior bird.
Warrior.
Okay, so you totally derailed.
I did.
But great. You gotta.
I did.
We gotta. Okay,
Vete.
mi amor. Someone's gotta go potty.
And he's gonna announce it to the world.
Let's wrap it up with the last two.
The last two what?
I'll share my.
Because I've only done two.
Because the topic of the podcast was, and I'm actually keeping track here.
Yes. Okay, you go ahead.
I'm missing one and you're missing one.
Go ahead.
Oh boy. I was gonna say get a mocha frappuccino, but after yesterday's podcast,
you already know how
I'm getting.
feel about those mocha frappuccinos.
Terrible. So I'm gonna go with.
I mean, it could be you going to Target yourself.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to go with something a little bit. I mean, yes, that one is always cool, but the just sitting in meditation, like sitting in meditation, and for me that means really tapping into tapping into spirit. It's not just like quieting the mind, but I go in and I ask questions and I, it's a very dynamic experience and also a very like receiving experience for me. And I get a lot of information and I get a lot of calm. And the more I've learned to steer my life from that perspective,
right,
the more I've been able to become resilient and understand the depth of my intuition, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say driving. So I enjoy going to PT, right? But that's like still because it's about me. But something that disconnects me from everything is driving. I've always loved to drive. I've always been the wheelman. So I just love driving. I love, whenever we travel, I'm the one that's usually going to drive. Even recently where we drove up to Destin, you were like, I can drive. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Drove the 9 hours. I love driving. And I think it's more of a control thing, but I definitely enjoy driving. So I would say that would be my third one for sure.
Nice. Good stuff.
Nice, baby. Yeah, mama. Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Okay, well, because look at that half an hour. She's up.
She's done.
All right, guys. So as usual, please rate, review, and subscribe.
Yes.
Okay, honey, I love you.
I love you, my darling.
Very much. And we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.